Hey guys, this is Carnifex Nerd. This video today we're gonna do a Erochar run. I'm gonna show you how I get lots of damage here on Erochar. So see, I've already got my team loaded in. I'm expecting this team to hit for 400k plus. I may not go crazy into restarting and stuff because this is an instructional video. But if it gets a little out of hand here, it may have to. So we'll see. So big thing there, you gotta apply slow the first turn. If you don't, restart. Whoever your slow person is, you only have two choices, but if you're using Master Duo or Freezard, just restart it until you get slow the first time. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm not going to take that much life out of you. Good solid crit there. I'm going to go ahead and hold them in Battle Poo because we're about to get the days up. Okay. So if you're really trying to maximize damage and you're using Freezard, basically you would restart after his third turn if you haven't gotten slow on the first two, because we have one of them would be on this second turn and gotten defense down. So they're pretty reasonable percentages. If you are going to micro that, go with the defense down second, because then you kind of know. So let's go ahead. We got the armor down. Perfect. So if we were going crazy, we would be celebrating and we would just be praying for another slow to come up here. I'm going to save this to be able to give counterattack later. That's going to be more valuable than a little bit of increase here. And I'm going to bring Battle Poo in the next hit because Kinley's going to wipe it out here. Come on, give me that slow. That's right. That's right. 30k. See that with that defense down? 30k crit. Yeah, she also had the attack buff, you know, I mean, it was good. We're gonna smack this, get another crit. Oh, come on, man, big numbers. People like big numbers. All right, we're actually gonna, this might sound kind of counterintuitive here, but it's about lining up stuff. We're actually gonna summon Battle Poo here, even though he's gonna get dazed. Hopefully we get slow, cool. We're not gonna use his turn meter reduction AoE because Erochar doesn't get turn meter reduced, otherwise you could like solo this guy already. Wouldn't even be a thing. So, so this lasts for 2 turns for the counterattack. So we're going to go ahead and load this up because also in that time, she's going to get a second turn and she's going to be able to do damage there because we're going to have our weaker dudes, Kinley. I'm going to save this for later because I know that Battle Poo's going to clear out the second one. Oh, you gotta be joking. Dodge. We got dodge here? Alright. Part of me wants to go ahead and use it just to get a bunch of hits off, and because she's gonna be at the back of the rotation now. So we're actually gonna go ahead and drop that. If I haven't gotten to the point where I've really micromanaged the speed tuning, because I'm still working on gearing all these characters so they get speed boosts from stuff. It's just a bit chaotic. But you can definitely speed tune if you know that if you do the math for like consistent slow throughout the whole thing, and you can do crazy crap to your damage. So now I'm mid-run, I'm prioritizing the slow. I'm not, until I've hit him with slow on that round, I'm not even touching defense down. And again, our big damage, man, I got another dodge in there, man. All right, we're gonna pop this out. We're gonna try for defense armor down. We got it. Oh, that sucks so bad that we couldn't. Freaking dodge is killing us a little bit. That was a good shot we won't have now, but thankfully Rantha's back in front. We get 3 hits right off the bat with her. Didn't get the slow, so we got to remember that. Man, what a butt. That's why speed tuning is so important, because that's a couple turns that we didn't get to use. Didn't get to use Nightingale's special. Great, we got the slow again. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off, and we can use her her attack buff or team attack buff whenever everyone's going to be chilling. So I'm going to throw this on to give counter attack to our 2 tanks. And since we just threw the taunt on Kinley, it's going to be Kinley. So we'll go ahead and punch him a little bit. I'm not going to use that to heal up the bear. I find it's more efficient to wait until. So scroll is on. Cool. I'm going to drop that. Come around here. As you can see, I use the turn whenever the skills are up to use the damage boost. Trying to think. I'm not sure. She's either going to be right at the front of the next rotation or she's going to be a little behind it. So we're just going to, we'll be betting men. Just in case. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Armor decrease. Hey, we are getting pretty lucky with the armor downs, though, other than a little bit of the rotation issue. So I don't know if Rantha's going to get out here in front of everyone else. Ah, see? You little jerk. She is a little slower because she's not on my arena team. I'm going to go ahead and knock out these scales. I'm going to throw the taunt up. Got her slow. Got a nice smack in there. It's going to be single target. We're going to go ahead and drop it. We're going to throw up the counter attack so that we'll get off a scale that way. Prioritize slow. We didn't hit it, so we know we still want to hit with slow next time. Using our damage buff because the scales are still up. Blah, 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 blah. Here's a double hit. Now you don't dodge. You jerk. 20k. You need to use this. We didn't get it. We're getting towards the end of the run anyway. So, I'm not going to, like, sweat over that, but that obviously wasn't ideal. Okay. We got it. Okay, so we didn't... There was only, like, that fraction of his turn meter that happened without slow on it, so... Or speed decrease. Is that what... Yeah. Speed decrease. Knock out those scales. Taunt up. Nope. Hey, you can't get lucky that many times, right? We were already getting pretty dang lucky. I'm going to throw this up so we can get some counter attack in. I'm going to let it go ahead and be... I should actually attack there. That was my bad. We might be able to get enough hits in before it's Nightingale's turn. Actually, oh, yes, that's my boy. All right. Another hit in here. I'm not trying to take the rest of the night with this one. Nice, good timing. Another 30k hit, then the enrage. So this ended up being a pretty good run. Let's see how we did. 500k. Let's go. So again, like the main tips there, if you want to go ahead and do the math, I haven't, and it's a lot of work to go through whenever you're still building these characters. I'm about to hit level 70, and at that point, like, there's going to be some speed boost there for some of these characters if their gear would come in the freaking shop. I'm getting new runes all the time, but it's easy. The reason why it's a little more difficult is you have to base your speed of your other characters off of the speed of your character that applies slow, if you're really going to get anal about it. But yeah, this is why Freezard is so fantastic. He's really good in hard orc too, again, because we're doing multiple runs. So you'd use hard orc for him first time, come around, use Erochar for him second time around. So we got this team right here. I'm going to go ahead and run a second team, but I think you guys got the picture. But I'm going to show you using the only other slow character we got at the moment. While we got some shards for another character that can help generate slow. That's it. Bring in Master Duo, and let's see, we are going to need a little bit of sustain on this team just because they're a little less built. I think we're going to bring in Xantara, just keep it simple. As much as I could bring in Mortha there, but no big deal. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in Snorri to leave Corcoran, but potentially applying burn with some of these other magic damage doers. So, cool. We're going to run in here again, get some more damage in. Cool. Now the problem with this team that we're going to run into is that we don't have the person with the multi-hits. So as you can see here, we're going to just count, and then I'm going to throw in the other Kung Fu Panda. So we have all these hits, right, that are coming in. They're going too slow. to knock down these scales, we still get half a turn. That's why the slow is so significant. But watch what happens whenever you add in. This is one of my favorite little characters. He has no use currently outside of this one thing, knocking off scales for Erochar. And one of our guys did put out a like 400k plus hit on Erochar using a Gear 7. Wait for it. Shaolin. Because he's got 2 multi-attack specials. So I'm going to go ahead and might kind of move a rune here around. This is my first time with this comp. So we're going to wait until this first special lands, and I'm going to go and adjust his speed to go along with being out in front to knock off the scales in the beginning. So he's out in front right now already. Great. Boom. So we don't even have to worry about that. Alright, so we get our slow. We got our slow. Cool. Yay. Trying to make an easy stream. So since we had the counter attack, I'm actually going to go ahead and use this over his second special, because that gets us most of the way there. Go ahead and smack that. On the floor. No, I didn't just do that. Okay, so we didn't get the second slow there. Again, if you're being really crazy about it, this would be when you would, you know, this would be when you would restart. But we're not going to go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can get enough skills knocked off before darn it. Needed a little more speed over there. Okay, we've got this up here. He's not going to do that. Let's go ahead and throw this on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead just to show, right? Knocks off all those scales. And I guarantee you, if I'd run with that other team, even though it has Snorri, who's far superior to Shaolin, because he's going to be knocking off these scales really consistently, better. One of the other reasons to go with his first special first is that since that's a 3-turn cooldown, it's going to be able to come up in time for the next kind of like rotation, right? It's already ready to go, whereas if you go last one first, it's not necessarily, it depends on the speed you're running them at. So this team's not going to do nearly as well just because it doesn't have the kind of damage output the other one did. And again, we didn't, so we lost him. As I haven't even built into Gear 7 without getting that, there, finally got the slow in again. So I'm just trying to get through this one at this point. But this is a pretty mediocre team, right? My Mar isn't that well built. You know, he's reasonably runed, but that's the best I can say about him. We didn't go overly hardcore on making sure that Master Duo was hitting his slows, because he's been a little poopy but on that. Gonna die. So he was gonna die there anyway, so I figured I might as well get a little more damage out of him. But you can see here, even with 3 people left, because I have the slow, I think we're gonna get him one hit. Nah, we were this close to getting a 1 hit. Okay. So we're just gonna run that. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this on. You see a very mediocre team hit for over 100k. They're like this guy. This guy is right behind my top damage doer, my tank, right? Still able to get 100k out of it simply because I had slow. I had the Kung Fu Panda combo. Because until those scales are off, you're gonna do 30% of your damage. So that means if you have a character that does, you know, 3,000, has 3,000 after all of your, you know, runes and everything, that means you're going to go from 3,000, right, to, let's do math. I'm not able to do math right now, but that's okay. 21, yeah. 2,100. So that's like a character who, like Corcoran, who he has pretty garbage base magic damage. But if you have him attack versus even like one of your really good damage dealers, they're going to start dealing comparable damage if he does it without skills and if Freeze Hard, something like that, does it with skills. So I'm going to do a couple other garbage runs here just to kind of rack it up, but that is all. I hope that was useful for you guys. I may do some for some of the other mini bosses later. The next one would definitely be Hard Orc because he's the team I have best built for out of the mini bosses right now. But I hope you got something out of that and that you're having a good one.